Hello and welcome back to Rei-Jin-G-Lu-P. So last time things went really badly. Whoa. Oh damn. Okay, I didn't expect it to go that quick. But yeah, so things ended about the worst way possible. Chie died horribly. Now we're going back in time and our character remembers. Forget it, Jesus. So I'm wondering if his memory's going to be foggy in some areas. Or if we're going to be trying to convince people of the things we already know. This is also seems key. I wonder if this is a hint. There's supposed to be two wolves. Why does it look like there's three? Did they change Haru? I don't know. Is there someone else we don't even know about in the game, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. Or could it even be... What's going on with Rukaku? You know? It could be Rukaku, maybe. Oh, I forgot I usually read this stuff out loud. Alright. Had I come back here when or because I died? That was a ridiculous idea, but the pain and fear I felt back then was just so vivid and fresh in my mind that I couldn't simply dismiss it as just a dream or delusion. There was no point in lying to myself. I was here having experienced something that made me sure I died. It was an incomplete memory from the future. I had no idea why I had it, but I definitely did. I had to come to terms with it first and foremost. The gas tank wasn't empty. I'm already at the beginning? Holy shit. I thought we'd be like going back to where we were like locked up in the room and then just try to talk our way into getting into the meeting. The gas tank wasn't empty, but my phone couldn't find a signal, and I was running out of battery, and my throat was a bit dry, exactly like last time. If he was more selfish, he could just turn his bike around and take off. That'd be horrible, though. That meant that I was about to arrive at... Oh, wow. It's been a while. Fresh mark. I really didn't want to meet that employee again, but from what I'd experienced, she was the only one I'd met before going to Fujiyoshi, so avoiding her probably wasn't a great idea. Her attitude was shit, but at least she always did what I asked. Though I really didn't want to drive down that unpaved road again. I feel like we went too far back in time. Once again, she greeted her customer in a borderline insane way. What? Insane? Maybe in Japan, this is insane. It's like, oh, you didn't have great customer service. That's insane. But in America, I think it's pretty standard. It actually made me kind of relieved. I wanted to believe that it was just a trick of the mind. It was just like before. To her, I was just an annoying late night customer. Oh well, I just buy what I wanted.
くださいな。あ？どんだけ買う気なんだよ。
Okay, that's a little bit more insane. Usually you don't get that. No reason. Yasumizo was just desperately poor and it had me worried. What was her problem? I was the customer. Oh yeah! He also doesn't eat any of the food there, so... kind of makes sense to bring a lot of food. With this much stuff, she had to use the register. Still grumbling, she started scanning the barcodes. When she was done, I paid and asked...
近場の人里を目指したいんです。あ？そこをなん待ってろ。
She went through the staff door.
あったわ。
I knew it.
これがこの店。で、しばらくしたら立教があっから。地図には森しか見えませんが。
I knew that it was. There wasn't even a paved road there. Why she recommended the road anyway? If I'd crashed and died, it'd be homicide by negligence. I don't think that's how it works, but...
書かれてねえだけで集落があんだよ。
That wasn't a lie. It wasn't weird for Yasumizu to not be on the map. It was near the abandoned settlement in the middle of nowhere. Why did she know about it? Did she live in Kamifujiyoshi or something?
ちょっとバイクじゃきつそうですね。くっそ面倒な峠道。一応メモ好きにし。隣の山二つ向こう。
Man, I couldn't make sense of any. I couldn't make any sense of the local distance measurements.
ここいらを深夜に無茶すんのは
Alright,
進む
yeah. This is not.
返すのも有
I'll read if
や
it's
つじゃね
relevant. This is just babble.
まあ考えます毎度。あ、そうだ。この辺でローカルな飲み物。いや、そうもしかしたらあるわけ。まあまあ待ってろ。あったわ。あ、すみません。荷物だいぶ多くなっちゃったんで。ここ見てくれるだけでいい。待ってろ。あったわ。せっかくなんでこのメモにいい加減にしろよって。ついに殺すって言った？一応待ってろ。あざーす。全部なんなんだこのコンビニ。
What? Felt like she was about to kill me, but I successfully came out with pretty much all I needed. Then I just made a run for it. Entering Fujiyoshi meant death. Turn back. Perhaps that was what the loops were trying to tell me. Maybe I ought to listen? No. But was it really that easy? I had no grounds for this, but if the cause of the strange phenomenon was somewhere in the village, perhaps I couldn't break out a loop until I solved the mystery behind it. I agree. Yeah, you gotta solve shit. What would happen if I left then? Would I go on and live out the rest of my days only to come back, to die and come back here? Whoa! That would be cool. You could live forever. That's actually the only reason I can think of to actually try. That would be pretty cool. You can just go live out your entire life, and then go live out another life, and then go live out another life, and just keep coming back. Using the knowledge you gain from other lives, that would be amazing. Would I return to youth after years of being old? That part didn't sound half bad, actually. But was it really something I could just accept so easily? I mean, the problem is you're going to be abandoning them in the village, and then who knows... Like, if you don't come back, it's like, then, you know, I mean, you'll have to live with that guilt the whole time. This is just speculation. But what if I actually haven't moved an inch from that mountain pass? Huh? Was everything from then, now, and until death just an ante-mortem fever dream? And dying again would just bring me back there? If it's a fever dream, I don't think your dying is going to bring you back. Dying is going to end it. If that was how it was, everything I'd do in my life from this point onward would be meaningless. Maybe I really should move on only after taking care of whatever was binding me. Also, how could I leave something so strange, unnatural, incomprehensible, and just return to the city? Okay. Cool. So I wonder if the normal route is... I probably don't need to save. But whatever. I wonder if this is just going on the same route we already did. I'm gonna do this. This is not what I would do, but I'm sure this is gonna lead to a quick bad end, and let's see it. Until I finished my drink, the thing guiding me was my good sense, otherwise known as opportunism. Man, what a weird experience this was. It'd make a good campfire story once I made it back where I belonged. Are you kidding me? Nobody would believe you. They'd think you're just insane or lying. I pushed aside my sense that something wasn't right, my anxiety, and my fear, and straddled the seat of my bike. Well, there was another way to look at this. I could try and see whether ignoring it all and running away would actually work. That'd be kind of cool, actually, if they had a whole ending. Like, you kind of live out your life. I mean, not super long. And then you actually do come back. After all, this might end up being the only way to solve the problem. I turned the key, opened the throttle, and pushed the signal to the left and connected the clutch. Away I started. This is really selfish, huh? At the very least, get Chie out. That's right. I forgot about that. Like, right when we got there, Chie was kind of acting like, you know, hey, let's go. Like, she agreed to come with us. But our bike was broken. So, like, if we got there really fast, then she'd maybe come with us and then we could leave. Although I'm sure that would not be the right ending either, but... What? What? A dense mist drifted into view and then you died? Wow. Sure. Please, I don't know how to avoid this ending. Every time I try to leave, this happens. Exactly. Okay. That was about as bland as it could have been. I guess it kind of makes sense though. It's just destiny, right? Like we have to do this, and if we try to leave it we just die. So I'm not sure either this is a bad end or this is the way we're supposed to go. Whereas there's a good chance this is exactly what we did before. Or it could be the right one. Like, if this is a bad end, this is the right one. If this is the way we're supposed to go, then this is the old way, I think. But if this is the right way, then I'm never going to see what this is. It doesn't let you skip if you've read it before, right? Or if you haven't. I can come back. I can come back if I need to at some point in time. As I finished my drink, the idea I had was barely different from just turning around and leaving. Maybe I could just pass it by. I was curious what would happen if I ignored Yasumizo. Okay, so this is probably a bad end. I wasn't sure exactly what they meant by that. If they meant, like, pass it by and then go in a different way. And the clerk's warning simply drove past. Oh, so instead of going home, we're just driving past. We're probably going to die too. Wait, why would anything happen? I just continue down the road, right? Why did I feel so uneasy then? After thinking for a moment, I'd arrive at the mindset of eliminating whatever options seemed wrong. My guess is that this wouldn't take care of the root of the problem. But I was the type that wouldn't believe until I tried myself. I turned the key, opened the throttle, and there we go. But I didn't feel like falling asleep. I was definitely becoming more and more exhausted, both mentally and physically. I can only remember noticing a strangely dense mist surrounding me. That was when my brain lost all capacity for perception or judgment. Yeah, it's freaking destiny. It's freaking destiny. That's interesting. I feel like we actually kind of learned something there by those two endings. Like, we kind of learned, like, Like, there's a... I mean, I guess this is obvious, but there's a reason we have this rewinding power, and it's, you know, it's directly tied to that village, and we don't have this power otherwise. And we're not gonna have it. It's not... We don't have a choice. We have to fucking do this. And they, like, have the power to kill us somehow. Like, it's like... Whatever force gave us this power, they're kind of in control. I'm a completionist, so I like doing everything. So I'm glad I got those out of the way. Alright. I'd face that tragedy again. If only I'd handled this better. So it looks like he's not going to actually have the memory. I still hope that the wolf thing changes at some point in the game. Otherwise, it's like, you know, it would be not as cool to not be able to play multiple games. But yeah, see, this is what's kind of going to be cool too. Is we're going to be introduced to these characters. Well, not introduced. We're going to have a chance to have some characters that died really early stick around, which would be cool. Oh yeah, I just want to read his wording here. If I'd went about it all a bit better. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess some people that stuck around last time maybe will die really early. Like, let's say the Compass guy. Yeah, other guys will have bigger roles. I'm sure she's going to have a bigger role at some point. She's too mysterious. Like, he could die early. She could die early this time. We got a lot of them last time. Haru can maybe die. Wait. There's victims of some strange... It sounds like he remembers, then. He doesn't remember that those people were evil last time. My only motivation here was the sense of perfectionism. I was annoyed at how many mistakes I made the first time around. Me too. Plus, there was a certain attraction I felt towards the unknown. It was an urge fundamental to my being. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I mean, I agree. In some ways, it is selfish because your motivation for helping her is, you know, probably that you like her. But, I mean, it's also non-selfish. I mean, you obviously felt bad for her and you were trying to help her, so... So I don't think that qualifies as being selfish, really. I mean, we really don't have any reason for caring about most of the people in the village. I mean, we didn't have like relationships with them or anything. A lot of them got us killed and stuff. I mean, Mochi, I guess, I mean, we were kind of buddy-buddy with Mochi a little bit. But other than that, I mean, who was our friend in that game? I mean, Mako, I guess we're protective of her too. But everyone else was just like, you know, kind of dangerous to us, so... So you are taking a different route.
ようやくか。
You look like an astronaut with that helmet, dude. Whoa! It's a lot of keys. Okay, so something else is going to happen and eventually we'll be able to go to the other town. That could be True Route area.
お、家だ。
So is your bike intact this time? There probably should be an ending again with even with Shami then. Do you have gas? You should have like bought a gas can. Brought some extra gas with you.
宿があるとしても、この時間に突然素泊まりができるとは思えないな。
That's weird. Maybe in Japan. Yeah, I'll just drive to a rural area and be like, hey, can I stay with you? Although, I don't know. It worked for Borat, so maybe that works. Grade A acting, dude. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's why I don't understand why people are like, oh, I need to hear it in English or I can't understand the acting. Like, what? I mean, just listen to the words. Listen to how they say them. Was I some sort of idiot? Like the city boy I was, I just went in there thinking it'd all work out. And now I caught the attention of a police officer. Cotton? Did I just say cotton? There's some weirdo in the village who invaded in the middle of the night. Who the hell is this guy? It must be a different village then. The most generic meathead. Okay, now all of a sudden this is reminding me of my cousin Vinny. I had memories of this. Came back to the normal route and they were considered a problem. They died on the first day, but it wasn't because they were outsiders. Yeah, and you freaking ignored her the first time, you moron. Still mad about that. And then you like blamed her. You were like, you put me in danger or something like that. It was ridiculous. I like this track. A little repetitive. Did you take a bath before you went to bed when you were in that place? Is taking a bath a necessary requirement? I don't really remember that. Yeah, okay. Because you listened to Jamie, you stayed hidden and you stayed quiet? Yeah. Yeah, which kind of means that, like, it's not as supernatural as it seems. Like, it's not like there's a all-knowing God that's making you die because you broke the rules. It's that there's a creature and he killed you because he found you. Yeah. Mako is proof of that. Wait, why is the bath all of a sudden so important? You just said you didn't take one. There's something special about her, dude. Oh, 100%. Okay. I think they're both the same thing. Finding out what's going on and stopping the tragedy are tied together. Well, they also kind of debated putting you in the feast in the beginning. That's why I felt like we didn't even need to change anything. Like, I think they were like, out of mercy, let's not make them take part in the feast. So I think if we just argued for it at that time, we could have probably got in anyways. Yeah, there's some weird shit going on. There seems to be two methods of killing. Like, one is the wolves, and then the other is more supernatural, and like they just, like, doors magically open and the people are dead. I think that may be the deaths that the killers choose, the wolves. But then there's also, like, random kills. Like, when you wandered outside, that was a random kill. Yeah, it's been confusing from the start. Oh, geez, you do remember this shit. Is it gonna be different? That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool if it's just every time you start over, it's different. But I don't think it's gonna do that. I think, at the very least, I think we're gonna go through this game once. It's different, dude. And I feel like we've known that for a while. There's something different going on with when the door's unlocked and all that stuff. Like, they've also, like, there was different injuries on the body. Like, some were torn up by the claws, and then others were just, like, magically dead, like, in weird ways. Like, with less physical evidence. If only we knew somebody that would probably take our side. I mean, I know we're gonna have to connect with her again, but...
逃げてよかったんです。
ああ、
いえ、別。
名前は
夫妻師春明です。工房の棒に岩石の石で夫妻師、太陽のように明治の明で春明。
うさいし。変わっとる名前だな。まさか偽名じゃなかろうな。
Stone workshop? So that would probably kind of be like a last name Mason, maybe, like in English, or like Smith, something like that.
東京もんか。
ええ、まあそうですけど。
It's like anyone weird was from Tokyo to them. Some serious stereotyping there. He was right though. It'd probably have an accent and seem modern.
年は
24です。
ああ、
学生ですよ。
大学か。頭が弱うても常
Isn't
識がない
24
な。
old to be in college? Yeah, he is here at least. I mean, in grad school maybe. Oh yeah, he is a grad student, isn't he? Oh, that's still like 2 or 3 years of grad school. Hmm.
で、なんで来た？
Oh. Interesting. I mean, this is the truth. This may be more likely to work, because it's like we're trying to get to a specific place and saying you got lost, he's just going to send you back on your way and you're going to, you know, we know that's not going to work. Let's deal with this one. Kind of implying like jammy.
実は
なんだ？
心に決めた女性がこの辺りにいるって聞いて追ってきたんですよ。
Yeah, I mean, this is a reason to specifically go to a town where I got lost, therefore I'm going to this town. That doesn't make any sense.
そりゃあ。
いえ。
ほう。
あれは僕が鳥インフルエンザの後遺症で軽井沢に静養に行った時。
And so I wove for him a dramatically majestic story of how I'd grown close to the woman I dedicated my life to. The cop was really into it. He looked like he didn't care at first, but by the time I got to the part where she first invited me to her house, he displayed a childlike enthusiasm. Eventually, we became true lovers, but she said that she couldn't throw away her childhood home, which led to a tearful goodbye. At that point, the cop was fully invested in the girl returning back home.
それで君は都会を捨ててこっち来る決意をしたと。ほう。ほう。
Oh. He smiled like he was about to pat me. I definitely captured his heart.
しかし、そんな若い娘を。
Chiemi. I mean, what else are you gonna say?
ああ、なんつう子だ。
There it was. Everyone in rural areas knew each other, so trying to make out a person wouldn't get anywhere. But that wasn't a problem for me. I had a perfect name in mind.
芹沢千恵美って子です。
帰れ。
Oh.
え？
帰れ。今すぐ出てけ。すぐ。
Oh, I just got goosebumps. He stood up and approached me so menacingly, I felt like he was about to attack me. In the end, he jumped on a scooter and led me to some crossroads, clearly intent on getting me as far away from Fujiyoshi as possible. I was now heading toward the so-called Kachihara area. The rain had already stopped, but I was tiring to drive along the still slick asphalt. Yeah, well, he knows her, and it's probably about the village, I would assume, and not her. But it's about the whole curse of the village, I think. But it could be her too. I don't think it's that. It's not that he doesn't like her. No, he's saying outsiders should not get involved. Are we gonna die? Really? Really? Well, that was a much more entertaining bad ending. Oh, shit. I did not expect to get a key. I mean, who else are we gonna say? Haru? She's too young. The mother? I guess we could say Yasu's mother.
残念また厄介なことになったなさあ今回のバッドエンド9手に入ったキー6の中身とそれを4潜入の
Oh yeah, there was some where they had multiple keys. I think 6 may have been one of them.
に戻りつつ他のキーを探すんだそこまでかな
Well, it's a lot of bad ends. So maybe 5's going to be the other one? This could give us 5. And then we have that. I kind of wish, hopefully it gets more complicated, but I wish it was a little bit harder to get these, like, you know, it was just a longer game and there's more, but it feels like it may be a little bit too easy to get the keys, I don't know. Which kind of implies that the game is probably shorter than I would like it to be, but... But then it's just gonna send you back home. This is the truth from the first time, though. But again, this path is not going to lead you to the village. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. If you tell him you're lost, he's going to help you get unlost and go back to where you're supposed to go. Maybe. They? Oh, come on, dude. This is supernatural. I mean, you're time traveling. Of course, the supernatural stuff involved. Seriously, dude? Yeah, it's a fog machine. Boom. Sure.
ここはちょっと説明むずい今回キー5が手に入っ他のキーの入手方法を考えつつつうわけで
It's kind of like they talk as if it's like a lot more complicated than it is. Gee, I wonder where I use these keys.
De, なんで来た
Snap?
何でもいいじゃないですか
Overact to the same degree that he is!
ここは日本だ移動の自由があるいつ何時どこにいようが僕の自由だろこら
なんだ貴様おら
Nanda!
いい加減こっちは死に飽きてんだ戻ろうがなんだろうが死ぬのも結構辛いんだぞこら
めこれタグこれ
どうせこのルートもダメなんだろうおい次はなんだ裸踊りでもしろってのかいい趣味だ
やれこれクソこれ
What?
つべこべ言わずに止めさせろそんで自然な感じで休みずに入らせろうわ
バレましたなんだこいつもしもしもしもし了解射殺します
Really? Wow. Holy shit. What? Oh, that was fun.
やっちまったな。まあ、ヒントを一応言っと。今回のバッドエンド10、まあ、ノリ、今回、
Were we violent?
7が手に入ったってことで、
We were aggressive.
駐在のおっさんを攻略する。計3個のキーで開く選択肢は4、潜入の。つうわけで、今回はここまで。
So what, the plan is just gonna be to avoid this guy in general, altogether? Okay, so we're looking for something that's a 7 key. Here. Wow. Drink booze? What? So we're gonna get arrested for drinking and driving? That'd be more like give it to him. Jesus.
ああなんだよおい兄ちゃん
そう
うわ酒く
そうっすな
ああもう分かった分かったとりあえず駐在所来い
What? Is this how it is in Japan? You're drunk and driving and they're just like, oh, this poor guy.
やひょーやひょー
うるせえなバカ近所迷惑だ
Weird. This cop is weird. So he's really aggressive when we're doing nothing wrong, but if we're driving drunk, he's like, you know, oh, let me give you a place to stay and sober you up. Oh, this poor guy. Okay. Unless it's really just all about he's trying to get everyone out of here, you know? Because then he's like, well, I can't just send him away because, you know, he's drunk. So yeah, it's interesting. So it's less like he's a cop, and more like he's like a military person guarding this area. So like he doesn't care about the laws. He doesn't care about anything. All he cares about is getting people out of here. You know.
おお兄ちゃん起きたか ちょっと話聞かせてもらう。よーし、金もねえ。仕事も見つからねえ。山入って死のうとして酒かっくらっ。
はい。
東京っつうのは
はい。
After I spent an hour lying about myself, some of that sounded true. The outfitter looked at me with a sympathetic expression.
まあ、そんなチャラチャ
はい。反省してます。
ま
はい。
あ、あんま
死ぬほど怖いと。
そんなもんかもしれん。
やり直したいです。でも
宮崎に嫁の実家があっから。
奥さん急し。
おうよ。
そりゃまた。
それがよ、俺がまだ20歳の頃。
Here comes his love story.
それもいいんですけど。
あら、不便なだけよ。
なんとなく予感っていう。
そうね、そうね。
こんな。
あらあらあら。
僕。
ああ。やめた。
え？
いや、こんな村、老人ばっかだし。
それで構いません。
そうはい。
ここで
いや、ちょっとばかり。ここの連中は変わってっからな。
Yeah. He's trying to keep people away, but he's not part of the village.
変わって。
ああ、いや、なんでもね。まあ、悪いことは言わん。なんか別の方法を。
Okay. That was a lot of endings. I'm gonna stop this video here, so, till next time.